I can name 10 people right now who are done as a professional snowboarder who don't even look at their snowboard anymore. And I don't know what that's from, you know? If it's the pressures that come from themselves and from like other people and stuff like that they feel. It's one of the few opportunities in a lot of people's lives right now that you can just live in the moment, even if it's for an hour or less, a couple minutes in a day, to just totally forget about everything else, and all you're thinking about is, man, I'm gonna do a method like Terrier. Yeah, I feel pressure. Sometimes it's tough to get the job done as far as filming and stuff goes.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
It kind of like ripped your foot back and your board just like twisted around you. It looks psycho. Well, bud, you're up.
When you're strapped in your snowboarding, that's when you forget about everything else. All you're thinking about is the next turn. A lot of people don't get that. A lot of people don't have that opportunity. Dude, riding with Jake has been awesome. That's my dog.
It's all right. He doesn't know, but this one's gonna be like...
Jake and I traveled all over the place for like 8 years, ever since we filmed that together. Jake's by far like my favorite person to film with. He rips. He jumps the gnarliest shit and has the best style. Out of our whole group over at Forum, he was the most underrated.
That was gnarly.
I hope this year he gets some of the recognition that he deserves.
He's helped me a ton, you know, and I hope, I don't know, maybe I've done the same for him, but yeah, it's definitely, I think, like a mutual thing where we just kind of like to push each other and have fun.
I'm just happy to snowboard with him. You know, right now he doesn't have any sponsors, and I talked to him at the beginning of the year, and he was all fired up to start filming again, and I was just like, I'll just fly you around, and you can come with us.
I've been filming ever since I was 15, so for the past 12 years to last year not doing anything, like the complete opposite, you know? So it was like a year and a half ago when I got a call saying that there's no Forum or Special Blend or Foursquare, any of those brands. That was hard, and then it was just a couple days later that, you know, me and my wife separated.
It was really rough, you know? It was kind of all a week that everything that I loved, you know, like, it was no longer there.
Definitely have learned to like try to not take things for granted these past couple of years.
Snowboarding, I don't know, it just means a lot more. Having to take a step back last year kind of made me realize how much I truly do love snowboarding and how much it is a part of me. Kind of just made me that much more stoked to like get back on my snowboard and get back into the swing of things. It's been super fun, and I've just kind of taken a different look at it, you know?
It's like good to be back out. Like, I just love being out in nature and just out here with a bunch of guys and having fun and trying to build things and get shots, you know?
Welch is always welcome. I think the cool thing with our project is we're not trying to be exclusive to Volcom riders. We want to incorporate everyone we can and everyone that Pat wants to snowboard with. It's like more about him riding with his friends and the people that he would generally just be doing this with normally.
Yeah, Dylan.
I hate just being at a standstill, and that's something that I've learned. You know, if you're not moving forward, you're essentially moving backwards. And I kind of feel like that when I snowboard. I like to keep it fresh and just try something new or just do something a little different. Sometimes with sponsors and things like that, you find yourself like, you know, I've got to do this. I need to do this. Yeah, you definitely put pressure on yourself. And right now there's no pressure or anything else, just kind of out riding and having fun and trying to see what you can do, you know. If it works out, it works out, you know.
You're hand planting like 100 feet in the air. It's crazy that he doesn't have sponsors. Isn't that crazy?
You know, when you ride with Pat, he's always trying to push his snowboarding, which will always kind of push the groups, you know, together. So kind of always gets blood flowing and stuff.
He's always trying to push himself. He looks at things differently. Like, you know, I think a lot of people get stuck in their routine where they kind of do the same things. But Pat's, for as long as I've known him, he's always trying to progress his riding for himself, you know?
I never get to bring my friends from the West Coast out here and like to Waterville or Loon or our East Coast resorts.
We got some snow, so it should be fun.
This is where I learned how to snowboard. I came up here every single day. My mom worked at Waterville for like 30-something years, and she was up here an hour before the lifts open and an hour after, so I was here all day, every day. This is full-on powder day here in New Hampshire. We got about an inch of powder. This is the best part about East Coast snowboarding, the moguls.
Few people bring an enthusiasm to pedestrian snowboarding like Pat does. As much vigor as he brings to the high-level aspects of his snowboarding, he brings to every other aspect too. So just as much as Pat can commit to hitting a 30-foot tall quarter pipe to try and go for a world record or to gap from a rooftop to a rooftop in Nashua, New Hampshire, Pat will commit to snowboard this flat slope or this mogul run or whatever in a way that is going to be more fun than anybody else is having it and more impressive.
It's a wrap. Waterville.
This is like for fun pretty much for me, you know? I love it and it's my passion and, you know, I would be doing it one way or another, so it's like if I'm getting paid for it, awesome. If not, like I'm still gonna be doing it, you know?
I've progressed and just, you know, learned that snowboarding is and always will be like a huge part of my life.
I hear about people who like get burnt out at snowboarding and I just laugh. Really, having fun with your friends was too much trouble for you. We have such a good opportunity to like have freedom and have fun with our friends. We're professional snowboarders. It's like, it's a joke. What's there to complain about? There's nothing. Can't complain about anything.
Today we're out in the middle of nowhere, really, and it's just like, you just gotta look around and like think how cool it is and how lucky and fortunate we are to be able to be out snowboarding with a bunch of your buddies and just having a good time, you know? And that's what it's really about, is just having as much fun as possible.
This is like my favorite backyard jump. I've been hitting this jump for, gosh, you know, like probably 15 years at least. And it's just, you know, I'll never forget like rolling into this valley and just seeing like all the jump potential here. And, you know, I would have never guessed, you know, like
when I hit 40, I'd still be doing cab nines on that thing. I don't think I've done one in 10 years on that jump.